Hello everyone, myself Pratik Bagadia and welcome to PariBhasha once again. This is a special video series of Indian business cases where we'll see Indian companies who are coming from a very modest background but have made it big in the industry. So in the last video, we saw the case of Amul. We saw what were their business strategies and business formula because of which they were able to have a turnover of 52,000 crore today. Today in this video, we'll see another amazing company that is Lizzat Papad. We'll see what are their business model, their business strategies and formula, and how did they convert a loan of 80 rupees into a turnover of 1600 crore today. If we go back in time in 1959, and there were 7 women from Mumbai who were sitting on their terrace and they were discussing about their financial constraints. Now these were those women who didn't had much skill sets. They were semi-literate. They didn't had any idea of how to start a business, and also they didn't had any work experience. But the skill set at which they were good at was cooking. So they decided to start the papad business. They took a loan of 80 rupees from a businessman and started this company. On the first day, they made 1 kg of papad and made a profit of 8 annas. 8 annas means 50 paisa. This gave them a lot of motivation, and as a result, they doubled the production. So next day they made a profit of 1 rupees. Slowly, by the end of first year, they made a profit of 6,200 rupees, which in those days were a huge amount. By the end of third year, there were 300 women who had joined Lizzat Papad. And by this time they realized that the space, that is the terrace at which they were working, was not enough to accommodate them all. So they started the work from home culture. Today in this COVID era, we have realized the importance of work from home culture. But guys, Lizzat Papad was doing it 60 years back. They started this work from home culture in the 1960s itself. So that's how advanced they were. Lizzat Papad never had to spend a single rupee on their recruitment and hiring process. This is because they got tremendous word of mouth publicity. The women who were working with them used to get daily wages just by working 4 to 5 hours in a day. And this news spread like a fire in their community. As a result, more and more women started to join this amazing company. Today, as a result, there are 45,000 plus women who are working with Lizzat Papad. And by the way, Lizzat Papad is not owned by a single person, just like Amul. In Amul, we saw how 36 lakh farmers are the co-owners of that amazing company. Similarly, with Lizzat Papad, these 45,000 plus women who are working with them are co-owners. So whatever profit or loss they make at the end of any year, that is shared amongst these women. Lizzat Papad has given tremendous emphasis on quality controls and quality assurance. The women who are hired are trained beforehand on what should be the size, shape and thickness of a papad. To maintain the same taste, the dough kneading process is kept centralized. So these women collect the dough from the nearest branches, goes back home and prepare papad. They return the papad and collects the dough for the next day. To maintain the hygiene, the quality assurance team of Lizzat Papad visits their homes on a regular basis. They see if the proper sanitization and hygiene is maintained by these women or not. And to maintain the same taste, not just the dough kneading process, but also the raw material is sourced from the same place and from the same supplier. So despite 42 or 45,000 women who are working and preparing these papads, the taste would remain the same. So if you are having a papad in Mumbai or in Timbuktu, the quality and taste of these papads would remain the same. If you look at their financial model, then Lizzat Papad is a cash flow positive company. They don't take any credit from their supplier, and at the same time, they don't give any credit to their distributors. Usually in an FMCG setup, the credit period for these distributors and wholesalers is in the range of 30 to 90 days. But with Lizzat Papad, it is 0 days. They also pay these women on a daily basis. So on a net basis, we see the cash flow statement is positive. Lizzat Papad doesn't believe in capital expenditure. Capital expenditure is nothing but buying of more assets and machines to bring in automation. They want to keep automation as low as possible so that these 45,000 women are not jobless. As a result, their operating expenditure is high. Operating expenditure is nothing but the expense associated in running a business on a day-to-day basis. So the operating expenditure is high. Lizzat Papad can take a loan anytime from a bank to bring down this cost, but their objective is not profit but purpose, and that purpose is to make these women Atmanirbhar. They are not just supporting these women, but they are supporting their families as well. So at the end of any year, whatever profit they make, they distribute 5 to 10 grams of gold coins to these women. These women over a period of time save these gold coins and use it in the future at the time of on a medical emergency, or if they wish to send their kids for higher education or for their wedding. So this is called women empowerment in true sense. This is a company which is founded by women, run by women, and is doing for the welfare of women. Now, if we analyze their business strategy using the 4 P's of marketing mix, then the first P, that is the product. Lizzat Papad has expanded in different product lines and in different product categories. So they are not just selling different flavors of papad, but they are also selling masalas and attas, even soaps and detergents. If I talk about the second P, that is the price, then they understand their customers and market very well. They know their consumers are price sensitive, which is why they have adopted cost plus pricing strategy. The third P, that is the promotion, then their selling and marketing expense is less than 1%. Usually in an FMCG setup, the marketing and promotion expense is in the range of 10 to 15% and even more in some cases. But they believe in pull strategy, which is why their expense is just 1%. And the last P, that is the place. Then Lizzat Papad back in 1959 started from a terrace in Mumbai. Today they have 82 plus branches which is spread across India. So they're just not selling in India, but they're exporting their products in 20 plus countries as well, which is why today they have achieved a turnover of 1600 crore plus. So there are so many things to learn from this amazing company. Folks, I hope you have enjoyed and learned something out of this video. If the answer is yes, then please do like and comment this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Your small token of appreciation motivates me a lot to work even harder and bring richer content in future. In the next video, we'll see another amazing company. So until next time, have a good life.